All right. Good evening, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Dave Roberts, along with meteorologist Elise Ushman. We're back at it again, telling you about the weather. That's what we do. We tell people about the weather.
We do.
And
that's actually my bio on Instagram. It says I talk about the weather.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How about that? Wow. What a coincidence.
Very creative.
And guess what we're going to do right now?
Talk about the weather.
That's right. We've got first alert weather days for Friday and Saturday. Friday, there's a chance for storms. Saturday, there's a likelihood for storms. That's the thing.
Kara, I'm sorry, but no.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Kara, how's Elise's audio levels?
Does this sound good?
Is it good? We have to rely on you to tell us. You'll tell us in a moment.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll have a. Okay, so we have a chance for some severe storms on Friday. It's not all that impressive looking. The energy is impressive looking.
Right.
The ingredients are impressive looking.
Correct.
But the actual coverage of storms is not.
So here's the story.
Thank you, Kara. We're perfect.
Yes,
so,
and Kara, you're perfect too. Thank you, Kara. So here's the story. We have a thing in the atmosphere. Right now, the atmosphere is stable. There's nothing going on. It was a sunny day today. So there's a cap in the atmosphere, almost like a lid.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happens tomorrow is as the instability starts moving in, it has to erode the cap. It has to peel that lid back in the atmosphere. It's going to take some time to do it. We have a question as to whether it will do it. Why do we have a question? Well, we're here. There's a cheat sheet to this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So while the Storm Prediction Center says there's an enhanced risk for severe storms tomorrow, our forecast models, these are the high-resolution ones, all right? Ta-da! Elise has the high-resolution models. She was carrying them around in her pocket.
I was.
This suggests otherwise. It suggests that the cap's going to have a tough time being peeled back because this is 8 o'clock tomorrow night. That's not that impressive.
No.
So this is about 24 hours from now. But Saturday morning, the cap is gone. So once that cap is getting worked on for about 12 hours, 18 hours from the atmosphere, we think it's gone by Saturday morning. Now, it could be gone earlier than 6 a.m. It could be gone about 6 a.m., but we think it's gone by 6 a.m. And here's why. Boom. Look at the thunderstorms erupting across the atmosphere. So if you have a lid and you have a cap, you're not going to be seeing much. When you see a cap or you see a lid, chances are you get rain, a few showers, but you don't get the billowing thunderstorms that go up into the sky. Yeah. When there's no lid, there's no cap, thunderstorms, they can go way up into the sky. They can really get going. And we think that all of those ingredients are going to merge and peak Saturday morning and early Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, it's just a question mark. If the cap can't be overcome or the lid can't be overcome, all right, you're not going to be dealing with severe storms Friday. So that's why we keep talking about the chance for severe storms. We're not hedging our bet. It's just that we don't think the cap really is going to be able to get overcome.
Right.
And that's really where we're coming from on that.
So let's show you the rest of what our Saturday might look like here. Definitely widespread thunderstorms between 6 and 10 a.m. A little bit of a break of coverage, but an increase in coverage again just after lunchtime. And anything that pops up on Saturday without that cap there is going to have the potential to be severe, containing damaging wind gusts, tornadoes. We could see multiple tornadoes, and a few of them could be strong. So that's why for sure is a first alert weather day on Saturday. We could also see some hail, golf ball size to egg size. Earlier I said very expensive egg size. Flash flooding, but it's possible in a few isolated areas.
But the severe threat is a likelihood Saturday.
Yes,
it is a possibility Friday, and that's the best we can really say about that.
Yeah.
Our high resolution models should be doing a better job tomorrow showing the storms than they are Saturday. And tomorrow they're not showing anything. And Saturday they're showing a widespread thing. So here's the story. If they're showing all this widespread activity Saturday, we believe it. We already know that's going to happen. But if they're not showing us that in 24 hours or 18 hours from now, we've got to believe them. The models would be really wrong. And they'd be really out to lunch to predict that. Now, if they were showing nothing going on Saturday, then I would say, hey, Elise, let's not even pay attention to them because
they'd be crazy.
There's something not right. So everything we're looking at behind the scenes keeps showing us that Saturday is going to be a rough day. The closer you are to the Mississippi River, the better you'll be.
Yes.
If you're across the Mississippi River in Louisiana, you'll be much better.
Yes.
But unfortunately, we think all across central Mississippi is going to be rough, starting out Saturday morning and then migrating during the afternoon. It won't be until maybe late afternoon that we get this out of our hair. Central and Southwest Mississippi. This is storm energy. I put in the high resolution, just to tell Elise here, I put in the high resolution graph model, which is why it looks different. So when you see yellow, that's high end storm energy.
Yeah.
And can you go back a little bit? I'm sorry. Can you go back to right at the beginning of it? We'll see if it'll do it. So you notice how it's really bad in Louisiana tomorrow or tomorrow evening. But then as you start going towards Saturday, look what happens. Boom. It's all over us. And you can see that storm energy is all over us. And the cap will likely be gone at this point. And then through the day Saturday, it just continues to move across our area and then move more eastward.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to be tracking. We do expect some supercells. But here's the thing. While we have that energy, and you saw the energy builds in on Friday too, while we have the energy again, there's just not necessarily going to be the storms to eat up the energy and use up the energy.
And on this map, the purple's ugly, folks. Okay. You don't want the purple. And I'm here to tell you that the pink and purple are ugly. And actually anything that shows up on this map is not good. So this map is where you take the high end stuff and you look at it. Look how sharply though it cuts off. And that's why it's important when we tell you about the back end of this weather. You know, once you get to mid-afternoon, if you're anywhere west of I-55, that's it. It's done. But east of I-55, it's going to continue until we can get rid of this energy. Tornadic supercell potential. This is what's basically measuring helicity in the air. I don't want to get all too technical with you, but it's the enhanced helicity index that you're looking at there on your screen. And we don't see that very often, these levels. What I did is I didn't show you the whole scale. I actually am only showing you the top end of the scale. All right. So anything you see on this thing indicates a potential for getting an EF2, really an EF3 tornado or more, or a long tracked supercell, meaning a long tracked tornado, a tornado that's on the ground for a long period of time. The only thing that makes you feel good about that is that we have the front moving in. So it will be long track, but it's going to be moving away from us. It's not going to be over us all day or anything like that. So, but it's important to note that once these tornadoes touch down on Saturday, they could be on the ground for quite some time. And that is concerning. Or they could be very strong.
It definitely is. So before the storm, still want you to download our First Alert Weather app. Make sure you have a plan, which is know where your safe place is, be near your safe place for all of Saturday, at least.
Got a helmet? Got one for the kids?
Yep. Or a pot that fits over your heads. What else? A first aid kit, some snacks, some water. Definitely going to be good things to have with you in your safe place or in your severe weather kit. Batteries or a charging device for that thing. What
was it? Just without me I'm putting you on the spot. What was I doing this afternoon in the weather center with my phone?
He was charging up his portable battery and his phone.
And my phone at the same time.
And that is what I would hope that you all will be doing on Saturday.
Yep. And start doing it literally tonight or tomorrow. Just stay charged up. I always tell people, you know, this is the time of year. Well, you know, when I used to live in Florida before coming back to Mississippi, I always kept a half tank of gas no matter what for hurricane season. And I would encourage you to probably do the same just to be on the safe side as we go into this weekend. Just have some basic supplies, be ready for the storm in case it's a few hours that you have to wait, in case you're without power for a couple days, because the other problem we're going to have is the wind. So we had a lot of problems with the wind. What was that? The last storm that came through was really the wind. That
and the wind that was there before the storms even got there.
We don't even have any tornadoes.
We're going to see tomorrow as well, is gusty winds before the storms even get here. Let's see.
She's got a little surprise. I think she's pulling up a map over there.
Somewhere.
I
don't know if this is going to be the right
map. Why not? Let's go for it. We'll see what happens.
There we go. This one's got some winds. See how far it goes. Let's see if it goes to Friday.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. It's going to be windy Friday regardless, folks. It's going to be quite windy.
There we go. You see those winds?
Yeah, 40 miles per hour.
40 miles an hour.
As we go through Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
By sunset Saturday, everything is gone. The storm's gone. There's nothing to worry about. It'll probably be even more gone sooner than that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. But we have to tell you, we put that time frame in because we're talking about, remember, our viewing audience is 150, 170 miles north and south and 50 miles east and west of Jackson. So when we give you a time range of 6 a.m. to 5 p.m., we know it's not going to storm that whole time. You know that too. But the storm threat will be diminishing as we go through the day. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. So for now, here's your weekend forecast. Friday is Saturday is a no-go. Don't do anything outside. Don't make any plans to do anything outside. Try not to just be driving around too. Try to just be, somewhere all day that's near a safe place. And then Sunday's the day.
Mm-hmm.
I love Sunday.
I can't wait for Sunday. This Sunday I'm all about.
I cannot wait for this Sunday either. I told Patrice, if you guys know Patrice Clark.
Oh, Patrice Clark.
I told her earlier, I said, nobody talk to me on Sunday.
Really?
Don't even think about talking to me on Sunday.
So if I had to reach out to you on Sunday, if I had to text you or call you, don't even think about it.
Well, you can do it, but I might not answer.
Gotcha. Okay. Can I text you?
Sure.
Okay. Are you going to answer is the question.
I don't know.
See, it's questionable.
I'm going to be laying like this in the sun.
Oh, good for you. Well, enjoy yourself. You might
enjoying
need a little jacket.
The mid-60s.
Yeah, might need a little jacket. All right. So a couple questions here.
Oh, I want to point out, Laura says be prepared for flight delays.
Yeah, likely.
That is likely.
Yeah, especially with the wind. And then we're going to have other airports that might be impacted too.
Yep.
This storm system is going to stretch all the way from Mississippi to Alabama. Look at David Wood. It looks like he's looking for love on our Facebook page.
Oh,
so
that's great.
We'll have to block him because it's not the appropriate place for this.
No, it's not.
But we appreciate you trying. Brittany Lacey. I'm sorry I made your name fancy. Brittany Lacey. So closer to Louisiana, the better for Saturday. Yes, but not the best. Okay. If you want to go to Lake Charles, go now. Go tomorrow. But yeah, that would be pretty much it.
But if you're going to be closer to like central Louisiana,
you're better.
Yeah,
you're in a better spot.
And you'll be done with the weather much earlier than anyone else.
Right. And remember, you can get an hour-by-hour forecast on the free First Alert weather app. If there are tornado warnings Saturday, we're going to be on the air to tell you about them anyway, of course.
Yeah.
And if you lose your service or if you lose your electric, you can always find us on the free First Alert weather app. Let's see if we have any other questions. Jazz Clark, you had some surgery. I'm sorry about that. I hope you feel better soon. Let's see. Anybody else?
We have, what about Rolling Fork Saturday? I have work. Pretty much anywhere in central Mississippi under the same amount of risk. Now, again, if you're nearer to the Mississippi River, you'll likely be done with the risk earlier in the day. If you have to go to work, then just know where your safe place is at work, just in case.
Kim Tomlinson, not looking forward to Saturday at all. Neither are we.
True.
Let's see. Jacqueline, Alicia Mangum, you're in the Biloxi area. Your anxiety is through the roof. Don't let it get through the roof. Just make a plan. The severe weather will happen. It'll move on through. John Chisholm, are the morning storms coming through Yazoo County early Saturday morning as likely to produce tornadoes as the afternoon round to the east? I think eastern Mississippi is going to probably see the worst of this weather. I still feel that way, but I just don't want to discount the tornadoes that we get in our area. There may be just a lot more in eastern Mississippi, or they'll be stronger. And that's also going to be the case in the western Alabama as well. So Haley Easterling from Jackson, did y'all say tomorrow was good? It is good through the afternoon, but tomorrow evening is questionable because of the cap, as we were talking about. Let's see. Kelly Graves, this has gotten ridiculous. I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Facts. Kelly.
Yeah. Let's see. Emily Westbrook. What about Friday in Macomb around 12, driving home to Bogachita? Well, if you're anywhere in central Mississippi, you're not going to have much weather going on, so I wouldn't worry about that. I think we've answered all these questions. If it will find my family in the will. What are we talking about? What's going on here? Oh, the eclipse going on tonight.
Oh yeah.
Forgot about that. We got an eclipse going on tonight, and then we're gonna end with that. I just talked about it on the 6 p.m. news. I'll do it again on the 10 p.m. news, though, just to remind everybody.
So here you go. Lunar eclipse starts at 10:57. You'll start to see the shadow of the Earth kind of peek onto the moon at that time. And then the total eclipse will be from 1:26 a.m. to 2:31 a.m. Friday morning. In the 5:30, I just was convinced that it was this morning. I don't know why I kept saying this morning.
Oh, really? I didn't pick
Maybe
up on
I thought
that.
that I was in the morning.
I don't know.
I don't know
what
There's
you were
no
thinking.
telling what I thought.
No telling.
Anyways, 1:26 to 2:31 a.m. That's your total eclipse, the big blood red moon. Someone was asking about the weather for the eclipse tonight. There will be increasing clouds overnight tonight, but maybe you can catch a break in them and see the eclipse.
If you want to stay up late to watch it or wake up early to watch it. I just want to mention we had a good question. I think I've lost it though. To Keisha Sullivan. Can the weather weaken Saturday? And someone said, could this change? Yes, this could change. Tomorrow, the cap could actually weaken and thunderstorms could develop in the evening. That's why we have the enhanced risk. Saturday, it is possible that the front that's coming in from the west gets a little bit of a head start. And if the storms start a couple hours later, it won't be as bad. But that's, again, how it can change. There's nothing right now indicating that it is going to change, but we are going to be watching for that possibility. We've got high confidence in the forecast, folks, tomorrow and Saturday. Jazz Clark, bring in the pets during weather, especially those that are in the weather. I totally agree with that. Just make sure they're your pets. But I will say this, my dog used to love this kind of crazy weather, which I always thought was bizarre.
Loved it.
She would go outside in it. I'd be like, you really want to go to the bathroom in this weather? She would. And even if it was raining, she'd stand there and stare at me and then come right back in. But she'd come in and wait for me to towel dry her and all that stuff. So
I love my dog. I love right before a thunderstorm, you know, they can smell so many things blowing in the wind. I just love the way he looks. He's like, oh, I can smell everything.
You should look at your dog and go, can you smell tornadoes? Can you?
Yeah.
This is where you need to let us know what's going on. Yeah. Well, animals have a keen sense of awareness, their environment, and, you know, everything. They're amazing when it comes to what they know and what they sense that we just haven't figured out yet. So I agree with you, though, Jazz. Some do run off and get lost. The weather can be scary for some pets. There are some dogs and cats I know that just are fearful of lightning and thunder. So make sure that you do your best to take care of them. And when it comes to eclipses, people react to those too. There's some strange people out there, and this just makes them even stranger. But that's another story altogether.
I think they're just already strange.
Yeah, they could already be strange. All right, folks, Elise needs to go home and eat some dinner because we're going to be seeing her a lot the next couple of days. I have a funny suspicion.
I have a feeling that that's true.
Yeah. And I'm going to see you tonight on Fox 40 News at 9 and WLBT's 10 p.m. news. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. I'm going to have more information for you, a whole bunch of new data that I'll be able to look over and share with you, and we'll be able to address some of these questions. But you had good questions tonight. Appreciate y'all being all participants here. I will tell you this. We're going to be I'll leave this up on Facebook for you so it can loop in case you joined the party a little bit late. But again, I will see you tonight on WLBT News at 10. And you can continue watching these broadcasts over the next couple of days that we're going to have for you here on your streaming apps, on your TV, and WLBT.com. This one?